Alright guys, hello and welcome. I'm pleased to bring you another set from Alchemy League. This one is Randy Pan versus Hitterek. Hitterek was on a skiing trip earlier in the league, and he asked in advance if he could play his games later, and I said, well, yeah, sure, the way that Gold worked out, we've got some extra time because there aren't as many players in Gold. So these guys are making up a set from week 3. I believe, actually. It's week 3. Crazy. Week 3, it seems like so long ago. And in that week, Spiny Forest was apparently the map of the week. So they are playing now. Spiny Forest is a weird map, you guys. You can chop these cactuses. See? The cactuses have 50 wood in them apiece. You can hunt the camels. That's what Hitterek is doing here. What else? You start with a mule cart, and you start with these packed town centers. I think the last one is getting unpacked here. These villagers are waiting patiently for this town center to be done unpacking. There it is. Randy Pan can drop off his goat meat. There he goes. And now he's going to continue working on that goat. So the packed town centers are a fun concept, but they are a little bit buggy. I don't think we're going to do packed town centers next time. But we didn't specify. So, interestingly enough, Randy Pan has actually relocated one of his packed town centers over here. I guess he kind of gives up on this area. I mean, there is gold here. There's 4,000 gold here, but it's not very efficient to take. You can only have, yeah, you can mine these piles of gold too. So this map was made by Huhucoidal22. It is inspired by the spiny forests of Madagascar. And you can see that there are cactuses here. So there are plenty of cactuses in those spiny forests. You start with a mounted healer, a monk-type creature. What do we got here? Oh, we got Randy Pan fighting some wolves. Fighting some wolves and fishing some box turtles, as you can see. Hey, X Factor, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, there are also these goods here, by the way, that you can collect. They're like berries. They're berries, basically, but they look like goods piles. So what was I going to say next? I was going to talk at length about their civilization matchup. We've seen Mongols on this map before. I think people like them because of the hunting bonus. They like to collect the meat from the camels quickly, and you can run around with some villagers. Like Hitterek has 6 villagers and a mule cart here, and he can basically just wander around and find all the camels. I actually don't think there are any more camels nearby. These are the last of the camels. But he's going to be fighting these wolves pretty soon, I think. So you can do that. And the Mongols have Mangai. They have a decent late game. Don't tell Ronald Rage I said that, but it's true. Depending on the Civ matchup, Mongols can have a very good late game. Against Civs like Byzantines, I think Mongols really struggle against all that trash. But against the Khmer, I think Mongols could be pretty good. The Mangai just have really great damage output. I don't know if it'll get there, though. The maps are... I guess this map is probably one of the slower maps in the map pool. Okay, here comes a wolf. He wants a piece of Hitterek's villager. Does Hitterek have loom yet? He does. So he should be able to fight this off, no problem. And he's got his mounted healer nearby. If she ever stops to smell the roses... Alright, there she goes. And she heals this villager up. Heal this other villager here, too. He might as well. He's already over there. Now, you also have an elephant called Tristan that you start with. And he is basically... He's a horse scout that just looks like an elephant. He's got all the same properties as a horse scout, but in elephant form. And there he goes. He's just shambling around. So, Randy Pan bringing in a boar here. I'm wondering what we're going to see. I think we'll see both players do like a mirror scouts build. Maybe not mirror, but we'll see them do scouts early on. Randy Pan, though, may not do scouts, and here's why. Randy Pan has pulled his town center back to a more defensible location. So maybe Randy Pan is looking at this as I'm going to wall up, and then he's going to do something different. Maybe boom. Maybe he's going to He's going to claim as small of a portion of the map as possible. He has given up this section. I mean, we'll have to see if that is worthwhile to him. Maybe it works out well, maybe it doesn't. Look at this big stretch of cracked terrain here. That is kind of unfortunate for Randy Pan. It's a lot of space of where buildings will take extra damage. Okay, Hitterek is coming in here with his Tristan and his monk, his mounted healer. I'm not sure why they're scouting together. I don't think they have auto scout capability. It looks like the players forgot to select low resources when they were playing. Hitterek uses the useless plants remover mod, and but that means that you can't see cactuses because cactuses are considered a useless plant. So the graphics that are given to a certain tree type to make it look like a cactus make it invisible when you're using that mod. So normally when that mod is used, or when low resources are selected, we change this so that you would see spiny trees in here instead, like the dead tree type thing. And we should be able to see that here. So Hitterek, I think we can see these cactuses, but due to mods, Hitterek cannot. Randy Pan continuing the wall off. I like how he's trying to avoid this cracked terrain. That's very smart. What is this? The villagers are... Oh, maybe the villagers are going after this Tristan. I don't know. Let's take a look at the Idletown Center time and the villager count. Hitterek definitely has less Idletown Center time, and he has a villager lead over Randy Pan. Maybe that's due to the fact that the Mongols collect the meat faster. Randy Pan trying to get a decent wall off up here. He's actually coming forward with quite a few villagers. He's very interested in the box turtles for whatever reason. Unfortunately, though, you cannot drop box turtle meat off at a mule cart. So he's going to be disappointed here that he has to build a mill. Maybe that'll mess with his build order. But as you can see, the villagers get the box turtles and they all walk back. Alright, and he wants to wall out Hitterek. Hitterek has built a barracks, so this tells us that he's very likely to go into scouts, or at least some kind of feudal age aggression. He reaches the feudal age, and what is this? Okay, he's got a blacksmith. Does he have a stable? Is he building a stable? Maybe not. It's a pretty FC map, I think. I think if the players started closer together, then they would have an easier go at it. Okay, here's the stable. So Hitterek wanted to build this blacksmith first, and he's going to get armor for the scouts, I think. And that'll be a big investment. Let's see if he's getting the armor upgrades. It'll be a big investment, so he'll have to do damage. And Randy Pan, of course, seeing that Hitterek is now feudal age, is even more interested in walling off this section. He has to be careful, though, because these wolves could eat this villager. He's going to have to bring his healer back. No, okay, Hitterek is going Castle Age. It's very easy to forget about your healer here. He's bringing his Tristan back to block the wolves, even though there's a healer over here. Tristan should be scouting the enemy. Is he going to save this villager, though, using his Tristan? Now, Khmer can garrison villagers and houses, so that could be a good shortcut, like instead of walking back to the town center. Oh no, they got him. That is very unfortunate. I think if he had made for the house, there would have been a chance he could have saved the villager. So Hitterek is adding another stable. So people seem to think that the meta for this map is FC into knights. And this is indeed what we've seen most, I think, on this map for Mongols. We have some villagers coming forward for Hitterek. And they want to build something, it looks like, or they were building something. Randy Pan's like, get out of here. You can't build in here. So he's shanking them. Only a few more seconds before Hitterek reaches Castle Age. Randy Pan blocking the villager so that he can shank it more effectively. Alright, so he drives it back. If Randy Pan knew that Hitterek was only 20 seconds away from the Castle Age, Hitterek is going to come here, and I guess he's going to try to heal up his villager. Randy Pan would be finishing this wall off. So my prediction is, okay, it's actually he starts heading back before Castle Age, and now it's even more urgent. Must finish this wall off. Cannot let these knights in. He's not ready. He's got 27 seconds left. And these knights are already going to be under production. Actually, he's making a scout and a camel. And he's got his first wave here. So he is going to fail this wall off. I guess maybe... Oh, wait, no. He's got a couple of scouts nearby. Reinforcements are coming from Hitterek. Yeah, he's going to fail the wall off. If he had prioritized walling instead of chasing Hitterek's villagers out here, then this would never have happened. So this villager will go down, this section will remain unwalled, and all that for nothing, unfortunately. For Randy Pan. If you're a Hitterek fan, then you're ecstatic to see this. Okay, the good news for Randy Pan is he is still making cavalry, but he's like 20 villagers behind. So that is pretty unfortunate. Now, of course, we see all this line of farms out here because remember that Randy Pan is the Khmer, and they don't need mills to drop off the food from their farms. But they gotta be careful here. Otherwise, a villager could get picked off, and indeed it does. I think it's going to be a slow march to defeat here for Randy Pan. I don't know what he can do to come back. If he had gotten this wall up, he maybe could have, like, turtled while his opponent tried to get in and wasted time and effort. Because his opponent has a villager lead. I guess maybe his opponent could, like, 6 town center boom or something crazy like that and give Randy Pan a way back in. So I'm not saying that he should resign now. In fact, I don't think he should resign. He's got an opportunity to get some free information about how his opponent finishes out a game. So why not take that, right? He doesn't owe Hitterek anything. He doesn't have to resign at any point. It's not over. It's possible that Hitterek could make a mistake. He's here with the Steppe Lancers. He's looking to raid. I think that the cavalry onslaught is going to get so big, though, that Randy Pan is going to have to add Halb. Looks like there was a fight here, and it doesn't look like Randy Pan won that fight, unfortunately, for Randy Pan. Okay, Hitterek massing his forces here. Adding another stable. So I'm wondering why... Okay, I guess Randy Pan does have access to gold, so that's not really an issue for him. I was wondering why he was investing so heavily into light cabs. He's making a monastery now. That could help him out against Steppe Lancers. He's queued up a few monks. It might be a little too late to make a monastery, but that is a good idea. It's a good thought. Steppe Lancers are very good at raiding and killing villagers in that way. And Hitterek has already got essentially twice the villager count of Randy Pan. Just killed so much stuff. It's hard to wall this map. It's a lot harder than you would think. Alright, so he has a monk. Hitterek is going to withdraw, although Hitterek could dive that. But a monk is pretty scary. Here it comes. Randy Pan trying to get a good fight. The military count is 5 to 18. But this map really messes with you. This is a hard map to start out with. We intentionally put like a little bit less food here because it was a 2-town center start. And Randy Pan calls the GG. We put down less food because it was a 2-town center start. And we believe that the 2-town center start would perhaps allow players to skip Feudal Age. But I think it should be a 1-town center start, and I think the players should be closer together. Still Nomad, but it's tough. If he had walled here, the game would probably still be going on. but he was not able to finish off his wall, and he invested a lot in it. So now we'll move on to the next game. We'll give Hitterek the win here. This next map is... Oops. Here we go. This next map, it is Comet by VP Dredge. So this is a little bit of a preview of what the map is going to look like. For Alchemy League Season 2, this map will be featured in Alchemy League Season 2. It'll be one of the space maps. So, what's the big deal about Comet? Well, it's kind of a weird map, I think. It's definitely a hybrid map. You've got these islands out here. It looks like a comet. These little pieces that are broken off of the comet. It's got this elliptical shape. This little aura around it. Maybe of fine particles and snow, but it's actually amphibious terrain that you can build on. It's got big wood lines. Tower rushes are very common on this map. And what is this? PL Hitterek bringing in his boar, I guess. Nothing to see here. At first I thought it could have been a lame, but I guess it was close enough. It was just a far out boar. So Randy Pan, we'll have to see what he does. He's picked Dravidians. Dravidians versus Japanese. I think Dravidians get the extra... I want to say they get population space from their docks, if I remember correctly. But I don't know too much about the new civilizations, because I never play them. And I don't really care about them probably as much as I should. So being that the wood lines are large, they're easy to tower rush. We will see feudal action on this map. Generally, at the higher levels, these guys are gold division. These guys are, you know, 1750 to 1950-ish, I think, or 1700. Maybe 1650 to 1850, somewhere in that range. Anyway, these guys are at the point where they will dock. Docks are very important in higher level Age of Empires, so they will most likely dock, unless somebody's doing something really crazy. Randy Pan guarding this boar here. I think he's afraid of Hitterek trying to steal it. Here comes the villager to take the boar. Does Hitterek spot the villager and try to interfere? It's like he's waiting. Yeah, there it is. And Randy Pan knew that Hitterek was going to do that too, which is why he was hanging around. So Randy Pan is going to succeed in getting his boar in. He's got 0 seconds of town center idle time, so it looks like he's got a build order worked out for this. And we just have to see what it is by watching. 4 on wood. But this is a popular map. Comet has been. People like Comet because you can be aggressive on it. You can be rewarded for feudal aggression on this map. This is probably one of the more feudally aggressive maps. In other words, aggression in feudal age is not feudal. So maybe we'll see Dravidian archers. Oh, he's trying to mill this. Oh, what? What? Hitterek, he's chomping away at this villager here. This villager has 25 HP. Randy Pan luring the boar. The scout wants to lame the villager, though. It's attacking it. So Randy Pan has sent another villager here to fight the scout and chase it off. Randy Pan just getting harassed by Hitterek. Okay, so no docks. So this is telling me that Hitterek's got some, or that Randy Pan has some very aggressive strategy plan. Usually, you dock. The reason that you build a dock is because it's like having another town center. You can make fishing ships. And those fishing ships are like villagers. They're kind of pathetic because they can't fight back. You could have a 1 HP scout running into a wood line and the villagers will just shank it. But for water, you can have a 1 HP fire ship attacking fishing ships and all day and they just will never fight back. This fishing ship has 120 HP. It has twice the normal amount because of Japanese. So will Randy Pan find these sheep here? Or these geese, I should say. They're sheep class animals. That could be a nice little lane for him. It doesn't seem like Hitterek has found it. He spent most of his time harassing Randypan. And I think Randypan is going to find this. Yes, he finds Hitterek's sheep, and he's going to take them. He's going to steal those sheep. Keep them for himself. I don't know what happened to Hitterek's scout. Let's take a look. Yeah, Hitterek is still over here messing with Randypan. Well, he's going to pay for it. Oh, wait a second. Okay, no. Surely Randypan will not send the sheep this way now that he's scouted the woodline. And yes, this is indeed the case. He diverts the sheep. We're not going to go that way. We're going to have to go the long way. He sees that his opponent has activity or presence over there. So Randypan on his way up at 21 pop. There's no dock. The villagers are milling the box turtles around the comet. These aren't just any box turtles. These are space box turtles. They're box turtles that are native to space. See, we're not really going for, like, science fiction here. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, this is more of Hitterek's sheep. Dadgum. Hitterek missed 4 of his sheep. That's pretty bad. He must not have known how many sheep that this map had. Maybe he didn't see any of the casting. No, you should have normal sheep for this. And we got militia here. They're probably going to go around this way, and then Randypan will have found four of Hitterek's sheep instead of 2. Yeah, Randypan's going to get these sheep. That's funny. He finds these as well. Randypan's like, yeah, I'll take those. Okay, so he's on his way up to the feudal age. It's probably going to be a drush. Yeah, Man-at-Arms is coming in for Randypan. So I like this. I like what Randypan is doing here. He's obviously prepared. This is, you know, a map of his choice. He's got a clean Man-at-Arms build from Dravidians, from the look of it. He knows what resources you're supposed to get because he found all of his critters, and then found some of his opponents. So I think Randypan's looking very strong on this map. Is he going to get this villager? He micros the scout in front, and he does. Wow. Hitterek has 2 Man-at-Arms of his own, or 2 militia, I should say. But already this one's only down to 10 HP, which is unfortunate for Hitterek. You don't want to donate hit points when you have militia like this, especially if you can upgrade them to Japanese Man-at-Arms, which is where he's going. I think Randypan should swoop back up here and attack the defenseless fishing ships. Surely, I mean, he knows. Let's take a look at Randypan's point. Yeah, he knows there's a dock here, so there's stuff up here. Okay, the Man-at-Arms for Hitterek kill Randypan's scout, but Randypan finishes off, and now Hitterek just has 1 lonely Man-at-Arms running around. He will make more, slowly. So, Randypan has a limited amount of time to do the damage. Hitterek's still keeping an eye on this woodline here. If Randypan doesn't pay attention, he can lose this villager. And I think Hitterek will come back and try to finish her off, hoping that Randypan is not paying attention. Randypan needs to just send this hurt lady home. He needs to send her home and have her take the geese that he stole. Meanwhile, we have a demolition raft here. And it does indeed look like the Man-at-Arms have come out here and chased these villagers off of the box turtles. There's a fire galley here. This fire galley is a very good investment for Randypan. Hitterek is making a fire galley of his own. Randypan sees that the fishing ships are dropping off their payload, so he's going to come and he's going to chase them down. They can't run away from the Man-at-Arms, or they can run away from the Man-at-Arms in the deep water, but they can't run away from the fire galley. And they can't fight back either. Okay, so skirmisher out. And Hitterek is slowly going to muster a defense against this. But Randypan still has a slight advantage for now. He's got 3 Man-at-Arms to the 2. He needs to be careful not to run underneath the town center. Not that it has many arrows at this point. It's a demolition raft, and boom. Randypan blows up Hitterek's navy. And so presumably Randypan is just going to keep making ships, and so will Hitterek. He's actually making another fishing ship, which is an interesting choice. Okay, Randypan coming around. Oh, he's got archers. So Hitterek has built another lumber camp here to make his lumber camp more efficient. He should have built it over here, though, in case, well, for this exact reason. Randypan has archers coming in. He's done a good job of keeping his man-at-arms relatively alive and without taking too much damage. And the man-at-arms can be really helpful against skirmishers, which are a popular counter to archers. Skirmishers are not so great against man-at-arms. They don't get any bonus damage, and the man-at-arms have a lot of attack and such. That's really what makes skirmishers so good against archers, is the bonus damage. But, I mean, look at these guys. These guys only have, what, 3 attack? 2 attack. And a man-at-arms has 45 HP. So, you do the math, but that's a lot of hits. It's like 22 hits. 23 hits to kill a man-at-arms with a single skirmisher when you think about it. So, it's really quite a lot. But eventually they do go down under sustained fire. But I think it would be of great value to Randypan to build a tower like right here. He could deny gold, he could deny stone, he could deny wood. It would be very good for him. And then he could come somewhere else and harass somewhere else. He might even be able to chisel his way through this wall if he had a tower backing it. And then he could just come straight through here and all hell would break loose. See what Randypan has. He has a fishing ship and he's sending a fire galley that way. Hitterick is over here looking for Randypan's navy. Or not navy, actually, his fishing economy. But I guess he turns back. Maybe he gets the sense he's about to be attacked. I'm not sure. Maybe he got a glimpse of this fire galley somehow. Although it doesn't look like he has vision over here. So Hitterick, scrambling up a tower. Randypan has some archers on his gold. The tower will force the archers to withdraw. These man-at-arms, I think he's made some more. He's made some more somehow. But they seem hurt at the same time, so maybe they've been in action for a while. Okay, this has to be a new one. Alright, Randypan looping around. See, I think Randypan needs to focus water here. He could get like 6 villager kills, essentially. And I guess that's what he is doing. He's got 2 fire galleys. Hitterick is going to come over here and harass Randypan. He's going to start burning this villager. Randypan is going to have to bring his villagers home. Fire galleys will make short work of villagers. Villagers do not do well against fire. And bleh, villager goes down. There's actually another fire galley here. Does Hitterick not know that Randypan has a dock here? No, he does know. He's just not looking for fishing ships. Maybe he assumed that the dock was there only for offensive purposes. Only to be sort of a hidden dock. Okay, maybe he got a glimpse of a fishing ship now. He's going to come out here and kill Randypan's fishing ships. But Randypan has killed Hitterick's fishing ships. You can see that with the Eco KD. Randypan with 7 Eco kills. Hitterick just took down a fishing ship, so he got another Eco kill. And he's chasing down the rest of the fishing ships. They are scattering to the winds. These guys are going at it. They've had quite an active feudal age. Cookie Pirate, welcome. Alright, so Castle Age is only a minute out, by the way, guys, for Randypan. Hitterick is nowhere close. I think Hitterick has received quite a bit of damage from Randypan. He's not out, but he is down. So Randypan building this this really long wall in the back of his base. You can wall to the edge of the map here, and you can wall to the edge of these shallows here, but you can't prevent land units from getting in. They can come around. And this is what they are doing. Do you guys think that this map needs hills? Do you guys think that this map could use some hills scattered around? And Hitterick, seeing that Randypan is Castle Age, calls the GG. So Randypan, clearly with the preparation on this map, he knew a build order and he knew what resources he was supposed to get. And when he took 4 of Hitterick's sheep, that only put him even further ahead. So the next map will be of Hitterick's choice. And it will be Wasteland. So Wasteland is the only pure land map in the map pool. Here we go. So they actually start reasonably close together on this one. This map was made by BP Dredge as well, similar to the previous map. Okay, these are not touching. I thought they were touching. That Randy Pan was already, like, walling across here. Oh, man. The guy's paranoid. Okay, so you start with an extra boar on this map. Well, boar. I say boar, but it's really 2 elephants and a rhinoceros. And they have more food, but you don't have any deer. So I think overall it's easier to get hunted meat underneath your town center. And that means that you can advance quicker. We see people do 19 pop scouts on this map all of the time. But the wood lines are massive. So it's also easier to wall. I actually think that these 2 players are close enough together, though, that like a man-at-arms play could be really good. Although, look at this wood line for Hitterek. His entire wood line is forward. That's pretty awkward. Now, it is one big wall, so that's helpful for him. But look at this. The whole thing is forward. That's so funny. If you're Randy Pan and you're Teutons and you get like double garrison with towers, you 1000% tower rush. I mean, look at this. Does Randy Pan know what his opponent's map looks like yet? No, he just found the wood line here. Randy Pan needs to scout. He needs to scout this. If he scouted this, he would 100% tower rush. This is a tower rushing map if I ever saw. If this isn't a tower rushing map, I don't know what is, honestly. And so I got my fingers crossed. I really want to see Randy Pan tower rush on this map. But maybe Randy Pan has other ideas. Maybe he's going to go into archers or something. You never know with these players sometimes. They do the darndest things. The craziest strategies. Okay, is Hitterek going to find out? Okay, no, he's not. He's not going to find Randy Pan's town center the hard way. So Randy Pan only has 2 on wood. So this is telling us that he's doing a lightning scouts build of some kind. Whenever you see somebody with only 2 on wood, it means that they intend to get up to the feudal age really quickly. And usually that's to build scouts. Although sometimes they'll make stone walls with that build, or something else like archers, being archers. But with archers, you would have to rapidly like send everything to wood as soon as you clicked up, because you need a lot of wood to go archers. Because archers cost wood, so it makes sense. Randy Pan chasing off Hitterek's back-trained camel. But it is somewhat unfortunate that that Randy Pan does not have a better understanding of what Hitterek's base looks like. I swear, if he did, he would 100% be tower rushing. But instead, he's going scouts. He's only got 2 on wood. He's going to bring this in, and my prediction is that we will see a blacksmith in a stable. And ironically, scouts would actually be easy to keep out here. You just wall across to here. You wall across here. This whole front stretch is walled for you. Alright, so Loom coming in for Randy Pan. He's at 19 pop now. And as soon as Loom comes in, he will click up. He sent more villagers over to wood. He has enough on food. So he force drops and then clicks. So Randy Pan going up on 19 pop. Hitterek is 18 villagers, I should say. Hitterek going up on... He's got 2 military. I guess the camel maybe counts as military. Alright, so Randy Pan's scouting this a little bit more now. He's like, oh, this is quite the wood line here. So I'm wondering if he's going to change his mind when he sees how huge this wood line is. Look at this. Maybe not, though. I think players are pretty stubborn, but we'll see. Yeah, look at him. Scout this whole thing. He's heavily on wood. He's building his barracks now. He could change. You know, it's not too late for him to change. He'd have to start sending villagers forward now, and he'd have to send villagers over to stone. And look at this. Hitterek is camping Randy Pan's stone. I think because he's afraid of that. Hitterek gonna wall here. Hitterek is even made militia, I think, because he's afraid of getting tower rushed. I think that's how afraid he is of being tower rushed. But Randypan is feudal age, and Randypan is building a stable. He will probably not get in. I would be surprised if he got in. But you never know. Randypan sending some sheep over, which is sort of interesting. That must have been a misclick, or maybe these sheep were headed this way because Hitterek was stealing them and Randypan captured them back without reassigning them. Alright, so stable is up. The scout is being made. His starting scout is here. He's walled in the back. And yeah, look, he's kind of hanging out around that stone, but there's nothing there. It would be nice for Randypan to secure this gold somehow, but I think he's going to have to do it with scouts. Hitterek is here, and Hitterek buying himself time with these militia. Scouts can fight militia. Militia are not super great against scouts. Man-at-Arms is a little bit more even. You have to, it comes down to numbers and micro a little bit more. Here come the scouts. I think they're going to come and try to clean this up. Yep, there it is. But as you guys can see, Hitterek is walled. So Randypan cannot get to him. It's not too late to tower rush, though. I think tower rush could still be pretty damaging, especially because Hitterek is Cumans, and the Cumans will spend more time in feudal age. They're less likely, because they're booming, so they're less likely to be able to build a mangonel or something, get up to castle age and make mangonels and knights. Alright, so Randypan has stopped making scouts. He's got 3 scouts, and presumably he's going to come out across the map and he's going to realize that he can't get in. There's a spearman here, so he has to be cautious. Okay, Randypan expanding his walls. That's the one thing is with the scouts, he does have map control, so he can do this sort of thing. And he has a back wood line, unlike Hitterek, whose all of his wood lines are forward. Villagers gonna fight the spearmen. Spearmen are not very good against villagers. I mean, I guess they're okay. Uh-oh. Is Hitterek gonna try to trap this villager? Randypan just needs to run. Maybe send another villager out. I think Hitterek is gonna pick off a villager. That's unfortunate. He does manage to escape with his scout, but oh, wait a second. Randypan, he lost a villager, but he didn't kill anything. And Hitterek lost a villager as well, but Randypan didn't kill anything, so Hitterek must have lost a villager to a boar. Or a lion, somehow. Some wild animal. And so Randypan is just going to go into Castle Age, I think. He's starting to put more onto gold now. He's not going to try to get in here during Feudal Age. Maybe we'll see Randypan do a Teutonic Castle drop, like right here on the wood line. Wouldn't that be cool if Randypan clicked up to Castle Age and he made a few spearmen, and they put 10 villagers on stone, and then he walked out across the map and just plopped down a big old Teutonic castle right here. That would be really awkward for Hitterek. I mean, Hitterek would probably delete a wall segment and maybe build a town center out here once he got to the Castle Age. Wheelbarrow will finish, and then Randypan will go up to the Castle Age. Hitterek is ahead in villagers. He's ahead by 9 villagers. So he's not really close to the Castle Age, though. Randypan going into armor. Oh no, not another one. He can't really seem to wall this off. He's got this villager being chased by the spearman. Is she going to get away? Each spearman does 2 damage, I think, per hit. No, 3. So he barely saves her. Wow. That was a good save. But, you know, Randy Pan could really punish this woodline with some kind of ranged... He doesn't get good archers, but he could punish it with ranged buildings. But he wants to go into knights instead. Actually, you know, monks and siege weapons could work decently. I mean, he's reasonably close. Maybe this is a forward attack villager. Maybe this... Oh no. Randy Pan with a hill disadvantage against that spearman. He's got to pull it up. There's another spearman here. Okay, Hederick realizing, hey, wait a second, I'm a spearman. I don't need to run away from the scout. And now Randy Pan has to withdraw because there's another spearman here that he was not expecting. Should just delete this wall segment. Yeah. Doesn't have time to walk all the way around here. It's just a spearman. Okay, so we have a forward stable. And he's making a knight from that stable. Peel Hederick is on his way up to the Castle Age. And what's Randy Pan going to do now? A siege workshop. Excellent. Hederick has an economy lead. So Randy Pan needs to make things happen very soon. Otherwise, he is going to get left behind in this game. I'm not really okay, I guess I do know why. The gold is here. The other gold is here, so maybe Hederick figures, or Randy Pan figures, I'll deny this gold. He's going to make a Scorpion. Teutonic Scorpion, he's going to make knights. He should make a monastery. He's going to see that his opponent is Castle Age now, so his opponent will be making knights. He knows that he'll be making knights or camels, because there are stables here. So he needs to get that monastery up as soon as possible. And he needs to quick wall his villager, or not quick wall, but small wall his villager into the monastery. It will not be enough to simply make knights and scorpions. There's the monastery. So I think he was waiting for the wood to build it. His camels are getting hit by the scorpion for free. Knights are working on the camels. The knights, I think, have some upgrades. They'll do okay versus the camels, but not really long-term something you want to do, especially when your opponent has 2 stables and you have 1. Actually, he's got another one at home he's using, isn't he? So that helps. But he still needs to get the monk out. Still needs to get his siege out. Camels want to stop this house from going up. Randy Pan doesn't need that house terribly right now. And indeed, actually, the villager dies. So he might as well delete this foundation and build his house at home and maybe send forward another villager. He is making a monk. Teutonic monks heal with increased range. And I would make another ram, too. Ram is going to go straight for this castle. Or this stable, I should say. It's not a castle. Hederick is going to repair the stable. And what do we got here? Oh, the monk getting conversion on the camel. Nice. So Hederick doesn't want anything to do with the monks. The ram is going to go down. I think this is a mangonel situation if you're Randy Pan. I think you make mangonels. I don't think you make rams. Because you can't really get in. But with monks, you can absolutely deal with an eco discrepancy like this of nearly 20 villagers. A lot of these camels are actually wounded. I would be making more monks, though, if I were Randy Pan. He wants to get in. He needs to make mangonels. Alright, here's a mangonel. He needs to protect this mangonel now. He doesn't not want Hederick ungarrisoning in and then ambushing the Mangonel and killing it for free. So Hiterek deleting the Palisade Wall. He's going for the Monk, actually. Randypan targeting the Knights with conversion. And he does get a conversion. And these cavalry units are coming back. I think Randypan is getting excited because he thinks he's in. But no, his opponent is walled back here. The pathing will not let him in. So he needs to just pressure the town center. Slowly and humbly try to get through. And, you know, if you pressure a town center, and you're, like, hitting it with 3 or 4 Mangonels, and your opponent is repairing it with 8 villagers, that can make up for a 20 villager disadvantage, right? Because it's 10 villagers to repair it, and 10 villagers to collect the wood needed to repair it. So it's worth it. Randypan has run in prematurely. He sacrificed his siege weapon. And as long as his opponent survives this raid, which I'm pretty sure that he will, he's got enough town centers and enough cavalry to fight it off. He wants to slaughter the villagers, but I say no need. I say let the villagers exist as long as you know that they're tied up in non-value activity. Like if they're collecting wood to repair a town center or repairing a town center, they're as good as dead. And if that town center goes in, then you can rush in and kill them because they can't garrison anything to protect themselves. So, I feel like Randypan did not get the value that he may have wanted from this attack. It is easy for us to say that, though, looking from 20,000 feet, spectating like that. So Randypan continuing to build up the Knights. He's got a Monk. But I would love to see more of a Monk siege push here. I think that the nature of this particular generation supports it. The players are close together. Hiterek's wood is basically all in one place, so it would make a lot of sense. Hiterek has actually already gone out to this gold, and Randypan doesn't know about it. So Randypan actually having gone into Knights could potentially raid this gold. Surely he must know that his opponent is still on gold, because his opponent is making gold units, and he's not taking the gold here. So the logical conclusion is that his opponent is taking gold somewhere. And Randypan should look for that if he can. But I think now he wants to protect the siege weapon. But Hiterek kind of getting away with murder here. Like, this is completely open. Looks he's kind of re-walled it here, but there's still openings. There's opportunities to raid. Okay, Hiterek going for a raid himself, but Randypan is paying attention. He's going to build a house here. He gets the foundation started just in time. This foundation is started just in time as well. I hope that there's not a gap here. Oh no! Oh, that's a disaster. The hole in the wall. Randypan has to abandon this gold here, and he's got to send his army back to deal with it. This is not going to be enough to deal with it. And Hiterek has just too many camels here. Randypan is converting them, but he doesn't have an answer to this. He's on one town center. There are knights in his eco. He's got 51 villagers. You can only fit 15, or 25 actually, because Teuton's in his town center. Okay, he is going to clean this one up. There's still more damage here being done, and Randypan calls the GG. Yeah, Hiterek just he got away with the strategy because I think Randypan didn't pick the right strategy. I think there were ways for Randypan to win this game, but he went into Knights because Knights is the usual meta for this map. You know, mounted units going around raiding everything. But this particular generation, it would have been better to try for castles, or maybe for Monk and Siege, more of a Monk and Siege focus with some stone walls at home to prevent somebody from getting in. But they were good games. They were good and entertaining games, and I really liked them. I'm lucky and privileged that these guys chose to play in Alchemy League, and I'm looking forward to seeing more action from them in the future. So thank you everybody who tuned in for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys again soon. I think that there is a patch coming. The patch is imminent, so I'm trying to cast recordings before that patch is released, because once the patch is released, the recordings will not be accessible. They'll be obsolete. So hopefully we'll have some more casts coming quite soon. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you later.